Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Ella, and today we're taking a look at Inkas the Legend. Inkas is brought to us by publisher Purse and designer and artist Jorge. It's a game for 2 to 4 players ages 12 and up and takes roughly an hour to play. Please remember this is a paid promotion and everything you see here is in prototype form. Inkas is the first in a planned series of games and stories set all across space and time. This one is set in the time of the Incas in South America and inspired by the legend of the Ayer siblings. Unlike many other board games set in South America, Inkas is designed by a Peruvian designer. In Inkas, you will play out a war between the Inka and the Chanka nations to try and be the first to locate where the city of Cusco will be founded. To set up, place the game board in the center of the table with the tupayauri in the middle. Sleeve up the 12 pacha cards and place them randomly underneath the game board around the outside like this. Then each player needs to choose an alias or clan to play and collect their warriors and conquest flags along with 6 llamas. All the remaining llamas and the 5 warriors of the amorous clan that players aren't allowed to play as are all put in the Hanan Pacha, Sword of Heaven. The Ukupacha, Sword of Hell, is placed nearby. Each player will be a captain god of a group of warriors trying to find the Qusqu Pacha card or eliminate their opponents. On your turn, you choose just one of your warriors to perform actions. First, the warrior may make an offering to the god Wirakucha. This could be spending 2 llamas to try and resurrect that warrior or sending that warrior to Ukupacha for the rest of the game in order to get 6 more llamas. Offerings aren't automatically accepted though. Instead, the player must roll the Wirakucha die. If it lands on an even number of black gems with a green happy face, the offering has been accepted. But if it lands on an odd number of gems with a red angry face, the offer has been rejected. But you still have to spend those llamas or send that warrior away for good. Offerings are high risk, high reward. After a warrior has made an offering or chosen not to, they may move around the board. If they're not yet on the board, you can simply place them into one of the 3 edged zones in your quadrant of the board. Otherwise, you can move it to an adjacent space. You can even move it diagonally if you'd like. After moving, a warrior can perform an attack. Most warriors can only attack other warriors in their own space, but some can attack into adjacent spaces. More on that a bit later. To attack, you simply roll the Wirakucha die. If the god is happy with your attack, then it will succeed. If you succeed, the opposing warrior will be dead in the space you killed them in and can potentially be revived later on. Lastly, on your turn, the warrior may interact with the all-important tupayauri. If the warrior is in the same area as the tupayauri, you can try to pick it up by rolling the Wirakucha die. If the god is happy, your warrior successfully grabbed the tupayauri. You can also use this action to pass the tupayauri between your own warriors, just as long as one of the warriors involved in the pass is the warrior performing actions this turn. Most importantly though, if your warrior is already holding the tupayauri and standing in one of the other regions, they can plunge into that region and access the pacha card there. These cards have a variety of abilities that can be good or bad for you, but one of the pacha cards is the Qusqu card, which causes you to immediately win the game. The most interesting part of Inkas are the different warrior types and powers. Each player has a single warrior of each of the 5 types: Guide, Scout, Fighter, Hunter, and Shaman. Each type of warrior has 2 abilities, a basic power and an energized power. The basic ability is always active, but the energized abilities require you to spend a llama in order to use it. The red guide is able to protect itself and any other warriors in the same space by forcing any opponent attacking to roll the Wirakucha die twice and have the god be happy both times in order to successfully kill. They can also transport themselves and any other warriors they want, even enemy warriors, to any other region in the same quadrant of the board by spending a llama. So they could teleport one of your warriors carrying the tupayauri to the edge of the board, ready to plunge it in, or send an enemy fighter far away to keep your other warriors safe. The blue scout can move over walls and even take one other warrior with them when they move. If you spend a llama, they can move twice, helping them move around the board fast. The green fighter can attack warriors in spaces adjacent to them, instead of having to be in the same place. They can also spend a llama to get 2 attempts at attacking an enemy warrior. The Yellow Hunter gets to attack an enemy warrior when it moves into its space, and they can spend a llama to steal the Tupuyari from an enemy, even if they're in an adjacent space. Lastly, the Purple Shaman disables all enemy warriors in the same space as them, making them totally unable to take actions. They can also spend a llama to use an ability of a dead teammate, which can be especially useful to steal the Tupuyari, like a hunter, or transport to where they're needed like a guide. Inkas the Legend has the history of the Incas all throughout it, from the pronunciation guide in the rulebook to the theme and story elements of the game. You get to explore the legends of the Air siblings by playing the characters inside the story. If you enjoy exploration of stories through games, Inkas might be worth checking out. Again, this is Ella. See you next time.